threes have just gone away
Yeah.
against Bama and them. Is that the zone or you know, the opponent or you?
I wish I knew. I'm not sure I got a great answer for you right now. Obviously, by our body language, by the way we shot it down the stretch, our level of confidence, our level of swagger, whatever you want to call it, we didn't shoot it the way we needed to shoot it down the stretch. We didn't lose the game because we didn't make shots. It's not. I don't want it to be like that. South Carolina's really good, really connected, tough, physical, sound. 25 assists to 9 turnovers, and we pressed most of the game. Man, solid. They can beat anybody in the country when they're playing well. And their zone was really effective. They've only played it a few possessions all season. It's a great call by Coach Paris. And after those first couple offensive possessions, we lost some mojo for sure.
Mike, why were answers so hard to come by in the paint with what they were doing offensively?
I thought that they passed it really well to one another. We probably exerted ourselves a little bit too much with press and with trapping of the post. We were cross-matched at the end of press at times because we were zone pressing back to man. We were doing some switching with Mac because he presents problems with his picking and popping and his ability to stretch you from three. So as we're switching, when he was cross-matched onto guards at times, it required a fire of the post. And then our sprinting out, our rotating out of some of those fires were just a little bit slow. They made us pay the late clock a couple times with a couple big daggers. But they do a good job too, just with their passing. Just simple plays. Just they pass it out of a double team. The next guy catches it. He looks to the interior, and they've got big physical guys that get wide, demand the basketball, catch it cleanly, and drew fouls and scored at point blank. I thought Murray Boyles as a freshman is just a physical presence, a very, very good player. Josh Gray, I thought, was a huge factor off of the bench, going 7 of 19, plus 15. They had their way on the interior.
There was a stretch in that second half where you guys nearly went 8 minutes without a successful shot from the field.
My goodness.
Yeah, what did you just see as far as the issues that you guys had scoring in that second half?
I think that stretch included, was that all zone? Would you remember?
A lot of it, yeah.
Yeah, and it may have been all of it. You would think that they jumped into it after a basket or two. I don't know that without watching the film, but that was a big factor. Again, Davis stunning, playing cat and mouse with our ball handlers at the top of the key with his length and size. Gray on the interior, Murray Boyles at the nail, and their wings did a good job of preventing us from throwing into the corners. Tried a couple different things. We had 4 guards out there with our 5s. Certainly, I don't know about the first couple possessions, but after that, I thought we had some pretty good looks. And a zone that's packing the paint to that level sometimes requires you just to step up and make a shot. And we weren't able to do that. Unfortunately, we're a really good shooting team, and we showed that in the first half. Again, great call by Coach Paris.
RJ Melendez only had 5 shots that he got off today. I think you had your best plus minus your starters. Is it a matter of having a hard time getting the ball in his hands for shots, or other people maybe see a lot of volume with no debris and a lower percentage?
I thought we did a poor job cutting today. They're really good at defending one-on-one, and we had a few possessions where we over dribbled it a little bit along the baseline, as I'm sure you guys saw. And as opposed to these guys collapsing and allowing easy kicks, they stay extended, like a few other teams in our league. And we weren't live enough as cutters, active enough as cutters to the rim, or searching to the corner, or searching just cutting to the top of the key. We did the raise your hand and kind of walk back to half court and throw me the ball, and we get nothing out of that. We tried to play in more continuity stuff today. We tried to keep the tempo up. We thought that would be to our advantage. That's why we pressed, is why we tried to trap in the post. We were a little bit less call heavy. In learning from a couple of the other games here where we've struggled against really good opponents as of late, Tennessee and Bama. If I could have those back going into this game, we probably would have been a little bit more continuity heavy, played more downhill, continued to play like we did offensively in the first half. We tried that today, really sold out to it, and didn't get a lot out of it. So it's trial and error, right? It's we got to reevaluate this weekend and on Monday and figure out what our best chance is on the road.